crappies will begin spawning in shallow water. Spawning crappies are often very aggressive and easy to catch. Look for spawning areas around reed beds, bays with sand or gravel bottoms, and flooded timber. Look at the beautiful dark color of that crappie. It's a male that has moved into shallow water to spawn. A big bass on a crappie jig? It could happen to you. Bass, sunfish, and other game fish will often be moving into warm, shallow water along with the crappies. Catching other fish adds to the excitement of the sport, but not all game fish may be in season yet. Check your local fishing regulations so that you know which fish you can keep and which ones you have to release. Crappies are relatively easy to catch in the spring, but by paying close attention to your presentation techniques, you'll catch more crappies more consistently. Let's go through your presentation step by step. After you cast, let the lure and bobber sit still for a bit. Start retrieving slowly, just a foot or so at a time. Pause briefly, then retrieve a little more. Keep the line as straight as possible between the tip of your rod and the bobber. That's called keeping the slack out of your line. A lot of times a crappie will strike just as you stop your retrieve, and you want to be ready to set the hook. Here's what your jig should be doing. Reeling in the bobber pulls the jig up and forward a little, a movement that imitates a minnow. The bobber moves up and down with ripples and waves, adding more action to the jig. Concentrate on that bobber. Lack of attention is the main reason for missing fish. Notice how the bobber goes down, but the angler misses the fish because he didn't set the hook soon enough. With most baits and lures, you need to set the hook the instant you see the bobber move off to the side or down. If you hesitate, you give the crappie a chance to spit out the hook. After you've reeled in your jig, pick another target, cast, and retrieve slowly. Fish the jig all the way back to the boat. Sometimes a crappie will follow the jig for a while before striking. Keep the slack out of your line between the rod tip and the bobber. Watch that bobber. When you set the hook, sweep the rod up quickly and smoothly. A quick, smooth motion sets the hook without ripping it out of the crappie's paper-thin mouth. Bring the fish in with a smooth retrieve. Keep the rod tip up to put constant tension on the fish. A little slack line might let the crappie flip off. You can lift smaller crappies right into the boat, but you may want to net a big fish. Or you can grab the crappie's lower jaw to land the fish. Crappies don't have sharp teeth, but watch out for the hook. Crappies are an abundant fish in most waters, so it's okay to keep some to eat. But many states are adopting size restrictions and daily limits on crappies to protect and improve the fish population. So learn how to carefully catch and release crappies. If you're going to release a fish, keep it in the water as much as possible. Wet your hand before grasping the fish. Hold the fish gently and remove the hook as quickly as possible. Support the fish in the water and let it swim away by itself. We've shown you how the formula for success works in one kind of spring fishing situation: natural lakes with shallow bays and newly emerging weeds. Next, we'll show you how to use the same formula in another common location: flooded timber. Flooded timber is another great spring location for crappie fishing. In some reservoirs, flooded timber creates thousands of acres of prime crappie fishing water. But flooded timber can also include a single tree that has fallen from the shore of a natural lake. The point is, wherever you find any trees or brush in the water, concentrate on that location. You'll probably find some crappies. Quietly move your boat right into the trees. To fish this kind of location, you can use the same basic presentation we showed you in the first part of this program: a small jig suspended below a bobber. The bobber lets you move the jig slowly through the water, giving crappies time to see it and react to the jig. The bobber floats your jig over the branches and brush that can snag your jig. Fishing in cover like this takes good casting skills. You can make your cast more accurate by using the tip of your finger to control the line as it goes out. Cast the jig toward your target. Use finger pressure to slow the jig down and make it drop right on target. With a little practice, you'll be using this technique to put your jig right next to cover, right where the crappies are.